So the Crimson Tide continue to get richer, adding in a top 5 transferee out the transfer portal, Jahmyr Gibbs, a running back that has a ton of upside and can generate a lot of positivity in this Alabama offense, a player we need to discuss. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I want to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes, N for no. Are you excited about the prospect of Gibbs playing at Alabama? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. I'm on my push to 10,000 subscribers, and I would love to have you along. But with all that being said, let's hop right into this, and Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the more intriguing offensive playmakers in the nation. Coming from Georgia Tech, he posted a really productive season this past year. 700 plus rush yards on the ground to go along with 450 plus through the air. And that's the type of versatility that you have got to be over the moon about. Because Jahmyr Gibbs has all the ability to make you pay on the ground in a traditional sense that a running back would. That's going to be huge for Alabama. We talked the other day when we were talking about the recruiting class Alabama just brought in, about how they bring in 2 more talented running backs out of high school because of the injury woes sustained in that room. Now you get in a guy such as Gibbs that has college experience. You remember what we talked about with Ricks in relation to some of the cornerback battles Alabama was in for top tier recruits. And what I said then is the thing with Eli Ricks and the thing that separates him as far as how good of a get he is for Alabama is that we know what he can do. We don't have to wonder if he can come in and develop. We know this is an individual who translated instantly as a 5-star, and Jahmyr Gibbs is much the same. There's no question about development. We've already seen what he can do on a Division I college football field, and it's incredibly productive. So in the traditional sense, he's someone who can generate a lot of positivity for Alabama, but it's his ability to catch the ball out the backfield that I find most intriguing, especially in this offense, and especially with Bryce Young. Because we've seen at points this year, Bryce keep a play alive just to dump it off to someone who's sitting in the flat. That type of offensive prowess that Bryce Young brings to the table can really become hyper effective when you have a back that is incredibly gifted out the backfield catching the ball, which Jahmyr Gibbs is. And unfortunately for the Crimson Tide, Jace McClellan, who is fantastic out the backfield catching the ball, went down early with an injury. Once again, another reason why you bring in a Gibbs so that you have depth at that position. So when you mix his current skill set, what he can do traditionally as a running back, what he offers as a running back out the backfield, and then when you think about that in relation to having Bryce Young as your quarterback, I mean, you have got to be over the moon. Just envision a play such as the SEC championship game where Bryce Young slips a tackle, flips it to Brian Robinson, and they get a first down. That type of play can continue happening because Bryce Young is special. We all know this, but Jahmyr Gibbs is the type of running back that will make you pay out the backfield. And he's going to continue making this Alabama offense incredibly dangerous and multifaceted. And that's really what I want to focus on. Because you can be sitting there saying to yourself, well, isn't this a running back room that's so loaded? What happens now? We also need to remember that Alabama's trying to be multifaceted. They're not trying to be one-dimensional. They want running backs with stylistic differences so that the defense can never get comfortable, so that the defense must continue to adjust. Remember, this is the institution where Josh Jacobs got playing time as a freshman and as a sophomore, but really heavy playing time as a junior and was a first-round draft pick. Alabama does this with the running back position. They have phenomenal running back play, and it's been translating to the NFL. And so getting your opportunity to showcase your ability at the Tide is good for a whole lot. Because of that, I'm very interested in hearing from y'all. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.